Shabbat Shalom, Israel. All praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahweh. Today's class is going to be come as little children, but not these children. And we're just going to go through some things about children, us as being children, as the children of Israel, and children also that we have, that we've created. And we're just going to go through some scriptures on that, man. I want to go ahead and get started so I can get through with these today and get them all. First scripture we're going to pull is Matthew 8:3. Eighteen and 3, Salaki. Let's put a 1 in front of it.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 3. And he said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Read the next one.
Verse 4, whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven.
He said, he's telling us now, man, we got to convert our minds as little children, meaning we got to come back to the point. We have to come back to the point where we learn everything anew. We got to be guided as a child. We got to be moving as a child. A child can't do nothing. Like he got children, that baby can't do anything unless the parent is there to guide her. And that's what he's meaning when he's telling us to come back. Read that 4 again.
The book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 4. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven.
He said, who should have a humble himself as this little child? That don't mean every child now. It had to be dealing with the child that he was in front of him at the time.
He said, it's this.
As this child. That's what he said, as this child. So the child that was in front of him when he was speaking this was a humble child. Because it ain't talking about coming back as the way these children are now. Ain't none of these humble. They ain't humbled at all no more. They talk back, do all kind of, go against their parents, want to hit them, mad, selfish, not that kind of child. He's talking about that child that's in front of him. That child that was in front of him was a humble child, ready to listen to an adult teach. And that's what he's talking about. Let's go to Mark chapter 10 and verse 14.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 10 and verse 14. But when Yahushua saw it, he was much displeased and said unto them, suffer the little children to come unto me.
Go up to 13.
Verse 13. And they brought young children to him, that he should touch them. And his disciples rebuked those that brought them.
And a lot of times, man, we be refusing people that the Most High called to come in this truth. The Most High called some of these people to come in this truth, but we be like, because you mad at them, or you don't like them, or you got a distaste for them. But he said, hey, they try to stop them from coming up to coming in this truth or coming to Christ, which is this truth. Go ahead.
Verse 14, but when Yahushua saw it, he was much displeased and said unto them, suffer the little children to come unto me and forbid them not. For of such is the kingdom of heaven.
Such as the kingdom of heaven. And the Bible, he's telling you now, he said, oh, hey, let them come. Let them come learn. Let them come listen. Don't stop them from coming and learning and listening, especially if they want to do what the Most High God tell them to do. Them the ones you let come. But it seems like a lot of times we like to welcome in the ones that don't even want to hear the truth. Don't want nothing to do with them. Then the ones we want to come with us. Now, a lot of times, even when you're talking to people, they don't want to hear it going on. You try to give them the word, but they what you no. I'm not gonna argue with y'all all day long. I'm just like when they ask me, "What are you, an Israelite, the same as you are?" You just don't know it, and I do. And I walk off and leave them at that. I had him running behind me. What was that you were talking about? Now they coming to chase, and now they want to hear what you got to say. But when you sitting up there trying to make them get into this truth, it ain't gonna happen. Because a lot of times, Most High God didn't call them. He said, "My sheep hear my voice." When you said that and they run behind you, that sheep just heard a voice. Let's go to Genesis chapter 3 and verse 14.
Verse 15.
Yeah, go ahead in 15. Verse 15. Go ahead.
It's the book of Mark, chapter 10 and verse 15. Verily I say unto you, whosoever shall not receive the kingdom of God as a little child, he shall not enter therein.
If you don't come back in this truth, you're not in as a humble child, meaning ready to learn. Nobody want to hear how you run things and how you do things. We want to know how the Most High God runs his house. And that's what he's talking about. You got to come as a humble child. I ain't never seen a child get up and telling a parent, go wash them dishes. No, the child is sitting in the carriage or sitting in the walker waiting for the instructions of the parent. That's what we have to do as children of the Most High God. Wait for his instructions. Quit trying to do so many things on our own. I'm going to do it like this. It's like the little boy was in the bathroom. He called himself cleaning up the bathroom, but he used the toilet water to do it. He thinking he did his mama a favor. But he just made the whole bathroom a mess. A lot of times we just need to sit back and wait for instructions from the Most High and quit trying to do things on our own. Quit trying to run out and that's bad children. Like I did, wrote my daddy's name on his brand new truck. Thought I was doing him a favor. I carved it in there. Day one, he brought it home. I got a pen and carved his name big as all day. And I was turning around and said, "Hey, ain't nobody gonna steal this, your name on it." Well, my daddy gave me the ugliest look I ever seen. I thought I was doing him a favor. Then he said, "That's what the license plate for, son." That's what all I do, just wait for the instructions. But boy, I thought, and that's what we do sometime in the truth. We think the Most High, I think I'm gonna do it like this. The Most High said, "I already told you I want it."
Let me get who that kingdom is for. These precepts should be running our brothers' heads. Go to the book of Acts, chapter 1, verse 6. Because y'all brothers know that teach out there on the streets. So what's the next thing that comes up? That the kingdom is for everybody. But you want to make sure that you home in the understanding who the kingdom is for when given this understanding. This is a great precept that Ak is bringing out because this is how brothers and sisters need to learn as a babe. Read this, Ak.
The book of Acts, chapter 1, verse 6. When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, "Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again?"
What?
Again.
What?
Again.
Read on, Ak.
The kingdom to Israel.
The kingdom to who?
To Israel.
The kingdom was always for Israel. And this is what brothers have to be equipped with, bringing out these precepts, showing that, guess what? The kingdom is only for Israel. Like we say, killing that Christianity notion, man. Make sure brothers write those things down, man. Highlight these things, man. Your growth in this truth is predicated on how good you take notes. Brothers don't want to be good at the precepts. Brothers ain't going to write notes down. Go ahead, huh?
Oh, praises. As a little child. See, that's an instruction. Children that want to come along and get around the house, they listen to the parent. Or they wait for the instructions of the parent. All praise. Let's go to Genesis chapter 3, verse 14. And if you got pre-instructions, that should be something you should make automatic. And a lot of times we got pre-instructions from our Father right now. Some of these things we should be doing automatic. Your mama don't have to tell you to do something every day. When she told you day one, this is what needs to be done on a daily basis. Go ahead.
The book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 14. And the Lord said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and thus shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman. Between thee and the woman, go ahead. And between thy seed and her seed. And there's going to be enmity between the devil's seed and the children of Israel's seed. There's going to be a difference between those. It's not the same seed, but the thing about our people is we look at the other seed and we want to be that other seed. It's a difference between us and the world, between us and being in this truth and the people that's not being in this truth, that's not keeping the commandments. So when we try to put them things together, we're going against God's word, because he said, don't be there. Don't do that with them. They seed is a different seed. And even in the law, it tells you can't what? You can't mingle seed together. So if your seed is that seed that you claim to be you in the truth, you've been reborn again, you done repented, now you're doing what the Most High God say, then your seed shouldn't be mingling with the other seed. Because some of us, our best friend is not in the truth. Our best friend is the one that's out of the truth. Yeah, but that's my buddy though. Well, my buddies don't want to hang around me, because guess what? My buddies don't mingle with me, because they know my seed is different than their seed.
Y'all have something? You have something?
Let's go to 2nd Esdras, chapter 1. And we're going to start at verse 23. No, 28.
Book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 1, verse 28. Thus said the Almighty Lord, have I not prayed you as a father, his son?
What is you in?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. 28, I said, right?
Yeah, 1 to 28.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at 23 without something else. Go ahead.
The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 1, verse 28. Thus said the Almighty Lord, have I not prayed you as a father his sons, as a mother her daughters, and a nurse her young babes? He said, I have not prayed you? Have I not prayed for you? Have I not did things for you as a mother and as a daughter? That's us men and women as the children of the Most High. Go ahead. Verse 29, that ye would be my people, and I should be your God, that ye would be my children, and I should be your father. He said that we are the Most High God's children. We are that seed that was set, that was different in 3:14, where he said a difference between, an enmity between this seed and the Satan seed. We are that seed that the Most High God said, those are my children. This is a position we need to be in at all times. Our fathers have given us the instructions. We should be going by what our father told us to do. To get any instructions from another father, don't you think that will make another father mad? Think of who's the father in there, raise your hand. Now, if you gave your child any instructions, and then some other man next door and some man down the street come and tell your child to do something opposite of what you told him, would you be upset as a father?
No.
Would you feel disrespected as a father?
No.
So our father does the same thing. He give us instructions, but nah, we listen to the stepdaddy. Or the man down the street. Or the church, or the pastor. Go ahead. Was that it on 29? Yeah.
Verse 29 from the top, that you will be my people, and I shall be your God.
And this is the same thing that they were saying in Jeremiah. That's why the Lord, because at one state of our mind, we knew our God. We knew, guess what, just like a child would know their father, guess what, if the father say something, guess what, you know if the father playing or if he's serious. We should know our God the same way. Let's go get there right quick. Go to Jeremiah chapter 24. In verse 7. I want to get a little bit more context. Jump up to verse 4, and then we'll jump down.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 24, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying,
Read.
Thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel.
It's talking about the God of Israel, right? Read.
Like these good figs.
Like the good figs, read.
So will I acknowledge them that are carried away captive of Judah.
Right, read.
Whom I have sent out this place into the land of the Chaldeans for their good.
For their good, right? So the Lord said, guess what? Even in our captivity, He's going to remember who we are. He's not going to leave us just like if a father has to discipline the child. That don't mean that he's finna, I'm just going to disown my child. No, I got to discipline you because you're doing something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Right? Jump down to verse 7. This is the point.
Verse 7. And I will give them a heart to know me.
Because the Lord gave us a heart to know Him. We actually knew who our God is. And we know what our God expected from us, man. That's why the Lord said, now I'm going to literally give you a heart to know me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What you think? He gave us signs and miracles and wonders, man. Guess what? They was coming out of Egypt. He was constantly giving us so much stuff that we could identify who He is. All the murmuring and complaining and all the stuff that we wanted from Him, the Lord gave us stuff. He gave us time after time. He gave us more and more and more, and we just didn't respect what He said. We wanted everything else but what He had.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But read.
That I am the Lord, and they shall be my people.
And this is what He's talking about. Don't forget the point in the context of this, talking about the children of Israel, my people, right? Read.
And I will be their God.
And He's our God, man, our God only, man. Read.
For they shall return unto me with their whole heart.
And this is right here is also going into, guess what? Going into the new covenant, man. That's why He got to literally go. That's why He literally gonna have to bring this to us, because we are a type of nation. We really, really need this as a nation to know who our God is.
Read that again after that colon.
And I will be their God, for they shall return unto me.
What did it say?
For they shall return unto me.
And like the brother said, we always got to put the disclaimer out there, just because a lot of times, especially for those in here, we know we Israelites. We know the kingdom is only for the children of Israel, like when He put out in Acts 1 and 6. But a lot of times we have to bring that disclaimer back and show what, like it says in this Bible. He said they shall return. I don't know if y'all watched my class, but I was on if you look at all these rewords, them REs, and there's one right there, they shall return, meaning they have come back to where they was before. And that only means for the people who already been there. And as we see, He's only talking about the children of Israel. But that's just, I throw that out there because I seen it again, boy. That reword, boy, that's one thing I know Christians don't like. All you gotta do, you go in the Bible and put up all the reconcile, return, repent, renew, redo, recover. Put all in, and you'll tear Christians up with it. Reconcile, everything, all the reads. What I said, they scared of reads. That's why they don't pull no scriptures with re in it. I noticed that. I was like, they don't never pull these scriptures, not with re in it. Because every time they do, boy, I see it's like tear them up. Read. I think I'm gonna get that on the back of my shirt. Read. They probably take off running. Let's go to 1 John chapter 3. I'm glad you said that, Jim. I was going to say the exact same thing. This is the Israelites. And it's crazy because we read a book about Israelites, for Israelites, talking about nothing but Israelites, but somehow They making us they just gonna tell us, nah, that's talking about everybody that believe in Christ. And it don't say that nowhere like that. And even when it does say that, it's talking about the Israelites. Let's go to 1 John chapter 3 and verse 10.
The book of 1 John chapter 3 verse 10. In this, the children of God are manifest, and the children of the devil. Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of God.
And see, the thing about that is, that's our problem with our people in the world. When it comes to righteousness, what they really mean is self-righteousness. None of them talk about biblical righteousness, what God says. They think if I help Mother Gladys mow her lawn on the Sabbath, I'm doing righteous. If I had Sister Davis open the door and let her walk in, I'm gonna carry her books and I'm her bag. Now, Sister Davis need to keep them bags in her hand so she can lose some of that weight. You let her carry her own with her own bag. They think that's righteousness, though. I was nice to such and such at the job. That's not righteousness. Righteousness is according to what God say righteousness is. What's your precept? Somebody.
Deuteronomy 6:25.
There you go.
1 and 6.
What's that?
1 and 6. One verse.
About the ladies keeping the commandments, yes. You speak and say it like with boldness, man. Fred got a new haircut, so he's speaking bold today, man. Got him a mini afro today, so he said, I'm speaking bold, man. Speak bold with it. You know it, say it. Read that. Did you finish? No, keep.
No.
Read, yeah.
Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of God, neither he that loveth not his brother.
What? Say that again.
Neither he that loveth not his brother.
Neither. Start it over.
1 John chapter 3 verse 10. In this the children of God are manifest, and the children of the devil. Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of God.
See, this is how we manifest ourselves. To be children of the Most High God. Not just because we saying it like a lot of Christians in the world. That's all they do. I'm a child of God. But you ain't doing nothing God say. But he said, this is how we manifest ourselves. This is how we show ourselves to be this. We keep the commandment. We do what God say. We are little children waiting for the next instructions from the Most High. Read.
Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of God.
If you don't do righteousness according to God's righteousness. Let's get there first. Let's go ahead, because some people might not know. Let's go to 6 and 25. And let's just get a definition so we can move on. I know the people in here know, but there's people probably out there that don't know. Deuteronomy 6 and 25.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God, as he has commanded us.
It's our righteousness if we do God's commandments. And we are in the Old Testament, so it's not talking about a few.
Let's get another one right quick.
Go ahead.
Let's go to Psalms 119 and 151. Saying the same thing. Let's say even what Brother Renoir say, get something from the old, get something from the new.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the damn Christians.
Got to. And we're going to go to one Renard just so we can get that one too, and it's in the New Testament.
One 119 verse 151.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 151. Thou art near, O Lord, and all thy commandments are truth.
Or what?
Are truth.
Read on out.
Verse 152. Concerning thy testimony, I have known of old that thou hast founded them forever.
Read it.
Verse 172. My tongue shall speak of thy word, for all thy commandments are righteous.
Or what?
Are righteous.
Are righteous. So it's literally showing you that keeping God's commandments, that's what makes you righteous. To put those things into practice, not to just say it.
Yep. Now let's go to Luke 1 and 5. 1 and 5. I'll just go read up. I know what you said.
The book of St. Luke, chapter 1, verse 5. There was in the days of Herod, the king of Judea, a certain priest named Zacharias of the course of Abia, and his wife was of the daughters of Aaron, and her name was Elizabeth. And they were both righteous before God.
They were both what?
And they were both righteous before God.
But you ain't nobody righteous, what they say. But apparently, it's evidence right here. They were both righteous before God. Because the fact of the matter, when they keep saying ain't nobody right, they don't know what it is to be righteous. That's why they say that. Then when you read it, they'll still tell you, I've seen them say, nah, but ain't nobody righteous. It just said it. So what are you gonna believe? The Bible? Or I'm just gonna keep believing what you keep saying because your pastor keeps saying that. Your pastor say that because he know he ain't no good. So he make everybody unrighteous. So when you see him with Big Booty Donald, he got an excuse too. You know, ain't none of us righteous. You know, hey, we fall sometime. You just fell on Donna, huh? That's why they tell y'all that. Because they know they ain't no good. They know they not doing what God say. So nobody can do God's law. I don't understand how you can say that when I'm doing them.
I even heard him say, even when we bring that scripture out, yeah, they was blameless, but that don't mean they didn't sin. But you hear some of the dumbest stuff.
Just because they justify themselves and tell you can't do it to justify they not doing it. What's so bad about it? They don't even want to try to do it. They don't want to try, and you can take, but they the children of the Most High God. A lot of time when your father said you can do that, when you decide to do it, you find out, guess what? I can't do that. That was a lot of the lesson that we was taught. I can't do that. I can't do that. My dad, he'd be like, well, you guys gonna sit there till you do it. Then guess what? I go out there and do it, and they're like, I did it. He's like, I told you can do it. That's a father talk. That's what they do. My father did a lot. I know your father did the same thing, and I know your father did. Just, I'm gonna say, you can do it.
No, I don't think I guess you can.
Like my son, sometimes they can't do that. I can't do it. They don't even think to try. Try first. I just said it can be done. You can do it. I can't do that. You ain't even thought. They already putting themselves in a negative position. That's what Christians try to do. They put themselves in a negative position and they make you vulnerable and make you try to make you like him.
Just think about it. It was millions of people before that kept the commandment, but they just fell off because they tried to do what the other nations do. So if there was millions of people before that was keeping the commandments, you think there ain't gonna be millions of people after that that's gonna be keeping the commandments, man? Y'all just think about that, man. It was a lot of people. It was a lot of Israelites trying to keep the commandments, man.
And was doing it. They were doing it so well that the Most High was blessing a nation of people.
And guess what? They were doing it so well to the point the Lord let them help. No, the Lord put the Spirit in them so they can write this.
Yes.
Say, help us to keep the commandments.
And show us how to do it. And show us how to do it. But they telling you, no, ain't nobody. Well, you tell them, hey, speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. Just because you don't do it don't mean I don't do But then they'll be the first one to say, you can't judge me, but you just judge me. See how none of this stuff makes sense, man? Nothing that we've been taught about Christianity, about this Bible, it does not make sense, but it's true. Go ahead.
And they were both righteous before God.
They were both what?
And they were both righteous before God.
But ain't nobody righteous though. There's some in the Old Testament, there's some in the New Testament. Meaning it's well, how you say it, throughout the Bible, how you say it, in the volume of the book. There was some back then, some now, and we're gonna just get to them times too. Some of an ancient day, some in the middle world, and some in these last days.
And guess what? Some amongst the leaders, let's get that precept right quick, because we're gonna kill that notion, man. All the Pharisees was wicked, all the scribes was wicked. Give me the book of John, chapter 12, and verse 42. We're gonna kill that notion too, man. You know, you got the brother used to be a Pharisee, brother, you still is a Pharisee.
Man, and what's so bad about it, you became that unrighteous Pharisee.
Boy, you
And that's what he did, because all the Pharisees went all of them when even Nicodemus, he snuck in. I'm gonna sneak over here. I'm gonna forget them, but I need to go get some information.
brothers and sisters that don't know, we love our, but Jephthah is going the hell off. He done went off. Read this right quick.
Throw it off.
You ain't the same.
I don't know who that dude was. I seen that.
So it was many scribes and chief priests that were righteous. Read this out. That believed on Christ, that kept the commandments. Read that.
The book of St. John, chapter 12, verse 42. Nevertheless, among the chief rulers also.
Among the who are
The chief rulers also.
brothers want to make sure that y'all have this precept, because that's always the notion. Well, your own people was wicked, not all of us. And you want to make sure you home in that point. What scribes and Pharisees? Not all of them. Nicodemus was a Pharisee, so he came to Christ by night. Read on up.
Oh, it's up level list. Among the chief rulers also. Many believed on him.
Who did?
Many believed on him.
Many believed among the chief rulers. Many believed on Christ. What does it mean to believe? Give me a precept, brother Judah. What's the precept for belief? Like I caught his ass. What you got, brother Renard?
32 and 24.
That boy good. That boy good. Read that again out.
Many believed on him.
Nevertheless, among the chief rulers also many believed on him. Many what they believed on Christ, and they kept the commandments. Read on out.
But because of the Pharisees, they did not confess him.
But because of the Pharisees, they didn't confess Christ, man. That's something that, guess what, they had to correct. Because we got to confess Christ, man, in these last days, man. Read on out.
Lest they should be put out of the synagogue.
And a lot of times, hey, people do all the types of things that they do for positions of power. And this Most High God giving us insight on, man, when you seeing brothers go off, man. Go ahead,
All praises. Where do we stop at? Yeah, let's go to Sirach chapter 41.
We read John 20, 42. Stay with us.
And that was just showing them, and that was also just so we can see that not all of the high priests or all of them was all wicked. Not all the Pharisees was all wicked. The Pharisees, a lot of them, they believed that it was going to be a coming, but they just didn't think it was him.
That's right. We can get there right quick.
That's right.
Let's go to Acts chapter 23. Yeah, verse 7, 8, 6. You can go straight to the point, verse 8.
The book of Acts, chapter 23, verse 8. For the Sadducees say that there is no resurrection.
The Sadducees say there's no resurrection. Going into how we see brother, they don't believe in no miracles. Guess what? And a lot of them mugs bugged out his head,
Mm-hmm.
right? Read.
Neither angel
They don't even believe no angels either, right?
nor spirit,
And see, they don't believe in no spirit. Read.
but the Pharisees confess both.
But the Pharisees confess both. That's the difference between the two,
Uh-huh.
right?
All praises. And that's a lot of times, man. Our people sometimes they know the truth. Like even what's his name? Creflo Dollar. He said that he know from the scriptures that Yahweh Shai is black. But he said he can't teach that.
Uh-huh.
To a whole black congregation, he said he cannot teach that. He said they would not believe him when he teach that. They go against him when he teach that. But instead of him teaching the truth and scared to lose his congregation, he'd rather get the money and tell a lie. And see, that's the thing about it. That's what I love about Israelites. They don't give a dang about your money. Shoot, if we got $4 left so we can get something to eat when the Sabbath is over with, we good. Because all we need to do is get out there and teach all day anyway. That's it. Ain't nobody worried about your money. Because we're going to teach this truth whether you put in or you don't put in. If we got a building or we don't got a building. We're going to teach this truth. Let's go back. No, I'm sorry, Sirach, chapter 41, verse 14.
The book of Sirach, chapter 41, verse 14. My children, keep discipline in peace.
In what?
In peace.
In what?
In peace.
In peace. Keep discipline in peace. You ain't got to go out and arguing why you doing what you're doing. You discipline. Keep discipline. Do the things that the Most High God told you to do in peace. Some of y'all want to go and tell everybody. Even in the Gospel of Mark was telling them, hey, he was healing them and telling them what? Don't go tell nobody. And he was healing some of them and say, go tell them, a certain person, he needs to get for them to see this been done by him. But in discipline, we got to have a self-discipline, man, in peace. That's why a lot of times I don't like some of the debates, especially among Israelites. Because if you're sitting down for a debate, you should have your mindset that if he shows me something and show me precepts and they can prove what he's saying, I should be willing and ready to change my mind about what he just showed me.
Con. That's how it should be.
And if I show him that or prove what I am saying in the scriptures, that other person should be willing and ready. Okay, you're right. That's how we're supposed to be as a nation of people. When we're dealing with each other, all of us don't understand all the scriptures. So if you can show me, then I can agree with it.
But a lot of times, you know why brothers don't concede? Because they fucked up.
Yeah, they puffed up. They can't know it all.
And then once you do show them, then guess what happens? Then guess what the next big thing? Yeah, man, I had to such and such, man, cut this nigga up. Man, it ain't all about cutting a nigga up. Because a lot of times people teach on the streets, think they should just cut a nigga up. Yeah. And it ain't supposed to be the way. The Lord told to feed the sheep, man. That's what he told to do, to feed the sheep.
That's right.
Damn, do you got to pin the sheep down to the ground to go feed the sheep? Do you got to put your hand around their throat and say, man, you finna eat this?
Mm-hmm.
No, he told to feed the sheep, man. So that's what our job is to do, man. Right?
That's why a lot of them debates don't go nowhere with these Christianity.
Exactly.
Because they don't come into the understanding, trying to get understanding. They come to try to push what they're trying to push. Now, we are pushing the understanding that we receive. But like I said, if you come into a debate with the mindset that, hey, we're gonna be able to concede to say, hey, you right, because I just seen the debate the other day. They want to go past things. Once we cut them up with the scriptures, they don't want to acknowledge, okay, that was right or wrong. The next thing they do is want to go to another point, right?
Try to find something they can get
to another point. They don't want it. And like I seen the brother, he was like, well, can we go and say that we can see that this is right about what we just got to talk about? Well, what about this? They don't want to concede of that. That's a lot of things. Like,
even though they know they was wrong, but like you said, in peace.
And I'm gonna show you the peace that the Lord talking about, right? Go to Matthew right quick, chapter 11. This is the peace that it's talking about, right? Matthew chapter 11, jump up to verse 16, and we're gonna read down. This is the peace that he said we're supposed to have. And guess what? A lot of people still don't want to receive it, even in peace. In peace, they don't want to receive it, right? Read verse 16.
The book of St. Matthew, chapter 11, verse 16. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the market.
It's like children sitting in the market, right? Read.
And calling unto their fellows.
And calling unto their fellows, man. They calling unto their friends, right? Read.
And saying,
what he say?
We have piped unto you.
He said, we have you done played the songs, will you read?
And ye have not danced.
And you ain't even dancing. Don't the music sound good? We played it, but you read.
We have mourned unto you.
Now guess what? We even come to you mourning, man. Right, read.
And ye have not lamented.
And you still won't lament, man. This is how you supposed to be peaceful man, with a person.
Yep.
Right? But watch it, read.
For John came neither eating nor drinking.
They said John the Baptist came. He wasn't eating nor drinking, man. He was fasting all the time, right, read?
And they say he had a devil.
They said John the Baptist had a devil on him, man. Right? Read.
The Son of Man came eating and drinking.
So guess what? Since y'all said that about John, okay, then Christ said, well, I do this then. Right? I'm gonna come eating and drinking then, right? Read.
And they say,
what they say?
Behold, a man gluttonous in a wine bibber.
So sometimes no matter how much peace you can give a person, man, they just don't want
They
it.
not gonna accept that. That's what it is. That's why I tell people all the time. Like people even on the video, well, he should have came this way or he should have came that way. It don't matter how I come with it. The fact that the matter is they don't want the truth.
Right?
They don't want the message.
Watch
And
this.
that's the thing about it. They forget that now. Really.
Watch this. Read the rest of it.
A friend of publicans.
A friend of publicans, read.
And sinners.
Guess what? This is what Christ was dining with, man, right? Read.
But wisdom is justified of her children.
Guess what? Well, how do wisdom is justified by children? Just like I've said, if we read it to you, if we're in a debate, guess what? And this is the type of relationship that we had, me and Maccabee. Something personal over and over again. We going back and forth. We pull out the scripture. Look and say that. He said, yeah, we do say that. Guess what? We both concede.
Concede to me and going on with that argument over with. I know, and I don't know if y'all been around me and him when we argued before. We ain't did it in a while, but the good thing. But so me and him used to go, shoot, man, we're right out of this room before. I'm telling y'all, man, that boy, ask his children out there, they ready to get out the car while we going down the highway. So we going at it, got right out there, pulled up to that school, pulled the scripture, and shut up. And shut up immediately.
That's how it's supposed to go. That's how debate's supposed to go. Guess what? But a lot of them, guess what? You can do whatever you can break those scriptures down perfectly. And guess what happened?
They do what y'all say do. They ain't finna even deal with that. Now when you break it down perfectly and it's right in their face, they not gonna deal with that. They're gonna change the subject. Well, what about? Well, let's deal with what we just read. So a lot of times, man, y'all gotta watch yourself when you're out there dealing with these people, man. Sometimes it's just best to shut your mouth and you stay in peace and go on about your business. Because I promise you, it's an enmity between you as a seed and them as a seed.
Like that 1 John 1:10, the children of the devil and the children.
Exactly. And that's what we was just talking about. That's why I brought those out. Because that's what this game finna keep going back to. What I said, be as little children, but not them children. Not them bad ass boys. Not no little children. They're talking about their mama. got their little heads and necks rolling around, and that's what I'm gonna straighten that other little girl neck out, and she rolling that neck again to me. Girl, you too young to even move your neck like that. And y'all all need to discipline them children when they doing that in here to you. Don't let them do that. I don't care who child they are. You're not gonna do it in here. Children need to be children in a child's place and be getting taught how to be a woman for the female and how to be a man for a man. That better not be no telephone. Oh, okay, all right. Oh, you got your Bible on there. Somebody look at this phone, make sure that's the Bible. You know how they got that on that other app. They'll hurry up and switch it off and they can go right back to playing bowling and stuff. We know how to use phones too, and then we ain't that old. Let's go Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 32. Yeah, something nice. Yeah, I was wondering, but I see them turning on. I said, boy, they finna freeze us out over there. I know your little phone cold. 8:32.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 32. Now therefore, hearken unto me.
Listen. Go ahead.
O ye children.
Uh-huh.
For blessed are they that keep my way.
Blessed are they that do what?
That keep my way.
Children. You grown children and you young children. Listen. Blessed are they that keep his way, that do what the Most High God say. And for you other children, blessed are you when you do what your mama and your daddy say. Going against your mom and daddy and you doing something very wrong. And the Most High got a judgment for you too. Yes, Most High knocked little children out too. And he killed them. He thump them across the forehead, he pull their ear, he give them wedgies. You ain't gotta worry about the bully at the school. Keep being disobedient. Most High is worse than that bully. That's what our problem is now. Let's stop bullying. How you gonna stop a whole world of people from messing with other people? That don't even make no sense. But what you can do is do what your God say and get in line with your God, and your God will take care of it.
And see, because back in the day, they didn't have no bullies. There wasn't no bullies back in the day. Man, look here, boy will pick him on. He pick who be at school. Guess what? He better not put his hands on you. Because if he do, guess what? You got free range. Guess what? I just like I tell my children, yeah, they might hit you one time, but you better hit them back a whole bunch of times. That's how they go. Yeah, they might hit you one, no, you hit them back a whole bunch of times. And that's to stop with them. So guess what? That bullying stuff, it go out the window real quick.
I'm gonna give you an example. I was gonna do that later, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it now since you went there with that. Let's go to 2 Kings chapter 2 and verse 23. Let's look at these bullies. Let's go and look at some bullies.
The book of 2 Kings, chapter 2, verse 23. And he went up from thence unto Bethel. And as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children.
What?
Little children.
Some little bullies. Here they go. See, this is how we dealt with them little children back then when they were bullied, when they wanted to be little bullies. See, now everybody just trying to say, stop. I'm gonna punish him. No, this how Elijah dealt with them. Go ahead.
Came forth little children out of the city and mocked him.
And did what?
And mocked him.
Ain't that how the children are today? Run around making fun of anybody that's not their age. That's why I don't hold back on them children. I talk to them just like I talk to the grown. They be like, God Hey, yes, I am like that with them. Because I know they little badass gonna grow up to be some badasses even worse. Little monsters, they at that little age, what you think they gonna be when they get older?
Guess what? And I'm gonna give y'all youngsters a news flag. Cause I know Maccabee's finna touch into this right here, but I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people that was the cool kids at school. Guess what? In and out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
All the cool kids in and out of jail. So don't think that you thinking you all want the cool. Yeah, no, all the cool kids in and out of jail.
In and out of jail, or just in the grave?
Or in the grave. That's where all the cool kids going. So you can be all the cool kids you want, but that's what the cool kids gonna do. So if you want to know your future, just keep being a cool kid, and this is how it go. Right?
All the cool kids ain't so cool.
And what? Yep.
About 4, 5 children.
Yep.
They children.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't that good as it ain't what they used to be. You know what I'm saying? So you can take the old or you can get with the new one coming to that new person.
That's right.
Yep.
So guess what? If you want to be a cool kid, all the cool kids gonna be in the grave. All the cool kids gonna be in the prison houses. All the cool kids gonna be working in the factories. Guess what? You looking at the cool kids teaching the class. We used to be the cool kids.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? Because we had to learn.
Right.
They got a warm place for you to cool you off.
They gonna cool your. They say they gonna warm your cool ass
Yeah.
up.
They say they like I know that one in Dallas over there, but you go to over in that jail cell, they don't got the air conditioning on at all sometimes, man. It's 100 degrees outside, but it must in there. So you want to lose weight? Go to Dallas County Jail. They got a place to melt you. You want to be cool? They got a warm place for you. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, either there's gonna be one all frozen or one boy.
They say just like y'all remember the youngster come downtown. He all tough. You can check my rap sheet. Then now you got him looking all humble and scared. Now you second degree for capital murder.
Capital murder, finna be facing the electric chair. And you know Texas don't play when it comes to that electric chair. Straighten the camera out, man. Put your phone up too. You got a Bible.
Straighten the camera out.
Huh?
Me.
You. Don't worry about the camera. Put your phone up. Thank you. I'm gonna stop. Hey, next you get a basket. And we gonna dump the phones in there, and then you get them back when you out. You know, you learn to use a Bible. You got a Bible. I don't trust y'all on them phones. We cleaning this house up, and it's beginning with you children. We gonna go. I need somebody to go back to that old high school and get some woodwork. And remember how y'all used to make them paddles? We need a couple of them. We finna get this house here cleaned up, and make a little bit of one like that for the girls. You know, I don't want to take their whole bottom off, but they got to get it too. But let's go.
Man, hold on right quick. Like you said, so we said a couple things, a couple precepts. Talk about monstrous children, man. I know y'all got good stuff for that. I know you got that. Yeah. But then, like Jeremiah was saying, man, back when we was in school, wasn't no such thing as bullying.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, man. Like you could tell somebody something, and they wouldn't be as soft and timid as they are about you telling them the truth right now. But the world is getting weaker. We know that, right? The world is getting weaker. With everything that's going on in this world, I got weaker and weaker, man, right? You can't say stuff to somebody no more, right, without them getting their feelings, right? Even like, I'm going to tell you, we don't give a damn about sports, even the sports game right now. They might as well be playing flag football out there. Man. So everything in this world is getting weak right now. You can't talk to children think people. I don't know what they think. But like I said, my child and I, you'll get your butt talk to her, right? Oh, you can't say that to me. Oh, you can't. Can you do that? You damn right you can do that. You're a child.
Mm-hmm.
The world is getting weaker. I just want that precept right quick. Taking this 14 to 17. Yeah, just real quick because that second is 14 to 17. Because this world getting weak, man. It is. I'm telling you, man. All these excuses with these damn pastors, man, making our people stagnant toward the law. It's just weakness, man. I'm talking about weak. Last week. Read this out.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, verse 17.
Uh-huh.
For look how much the world shall be weaker through age.
Is this Bible not lining up, man? prophecy within itself, man. The world was gonna be weaker through age. We can see when we was in high school compared to now, seeing y'all in high school, it's a total difference, man.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the injury reserve, the injury list.
That's fine.
Man, I remember in football, I done seen people go through 3-4 seasons on out, probably sprain a toe or something. Now, every week, he out. That one out. That one out. This one out. I mean, it's just the world. Our people are getting weaker. But go ahead.
How many people turn their ACLs back?
Man, no doubt.
Back in the 90s,
Boy,
there wasn't no ACL.
Every time now you see somebody do this,
You like
they ACL gone. I ain't know I had an ACL.
MCL.
I found out I had an ACL because I got old and they talking about what's ACL? ACL.
Man, never know we had
ATL.
No, I ain't never been to Atlanta, doctor.
None of that.
Just like even just think about it, even our conversations done got weaker. Before Tupac, nobody said you can't judge me.
That's right.
Nobody said that. Right? Guess what, man? We even live in the type of world. They want to do whatever they want to do, and they don't want nobody to tell them. Don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing.
Don't tell me nothing.
And back in the day, just like I'm glad he talking with the children, because guess what? You skip school, and one of the oldest dudes on the block sees you. Hey, what you doing out here, man?
That's right.
Man, you better get your little butt to school, man. You know you get what? If you was skipping school, you better stay your butt in the house all day long, and don't let no grown folks see you, because if they do, they gonna send your butt back to school. Yep. Everything done got everything watered down. I know. I'm gonna say this last point too. Just like the home economic, they taught you in school skills that you can take with you into the world, like the cooking and clean. They taught you a lot of that stuff, man. Even back before us, they were teaching trades and everything. They took everything away. Now that you gotta pay for it, right?
Or go to some special school that you need to.
That's right. Just like the simple thing you talking about with washing powder. Guess what? Now you got to buy the fabric softener. You got to do it. All those included.
Yeah. Remember when you used to put that in that washing machine and come out, it smelled just like them clothes fresh. You smell them next week. If you ain't wore it, you be like, you still smell like tire. Then now they done took that smell out and selling you the smell. Now you got to put the things in there and make the freshness again. Okay, wait a minute. How y'all gonna take the smell out and sell it to me? And that's what they did, man. Man, I had a little child when I was in college. Went to my girl house at the time. Her little brother, little gangster, the hard little gangster. None of them at school. I was in college, so I go over there and say, man, why y'all at school? I know how it is from where I'm from, like you say. If a grown person saw you outside of school, you going to school, they gonna stop what they doing and take you back to school. So I did just that. Say, man, get in the car. I'm like, what you doing? I said, they say they missed the bus. Okay, I got a car. Got in there, took their butt to school, but they were mad as hell. They was mad as hell. But one of the young boys went to prison, got out of penitentiary. I seen that kid came and hugged me. Well, he was grown now. Said, man, that was one of the best things you ever did when you did that, man. And he had said that, even though he went through a whole life struggle, but he remembered that. And a lot of times y'all don't want to touch these children or tell these children nothing because y'all feeling so sorry. Oh, that's a baby. Nuh-uh. Y'all better get on these children, I promise you. You getting on them and getting on their ass at that time, that's when they decide later on. You don't know it now, but them the ones that come back and say, you helped me. I would have been in prison if you hadn't done this for me, if you hadn't said that to me. That's why y'all know I don't, your kids, my kids, I'm getting on them if I see them out of line. I'm getting on them. I done been a school teacher. I know how your kids act when you ain't around.
Keep reading that. Keep reading on down. Keep reading on down to 20.
Verse 17 from the top. But look how much the world shall be weaker through age. So much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein.
So because the world is getting weaker, more evils are increasing, right? That's just point blank period, right? Go ahead.
Verse 18. For the truth is fled far away, and leasing is hard at hand.
It's hard to find people to listen to the truth, man. Like, it's hard. Read on up.
For now hasteth the vision to come, which thou hast seen.
Read on.
Verse 19. Then answered I before thee and said, Behold, Lord, I will go as thou hast commanded.
And that's what we commanded to do. We shall go as the Most High God has commanded us, brothers and sisters. Read on up.
And reprove the people which are present.
And it's our job to correct them.
Mhm.
Like what Captain Maccabees is going into, whether it's children, the brothers, sisters, everywhere. Even like to point this out, even just because brothers is suspended don't mean to stop coming in uniform. Brothers got to be on top of that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we still dealing in decency and in order.
But we understand.
Read on up.
And reprove the people which are present, but they that shall be born afterwards, who shall admonish them.
Who gonna admonish them, man? Read on up.
Thus the world is set in darkness.
And that's what Ezra is giving us insight to through the Most High. This world is set in darkness. Read on up.
And they that dwell therein are without light.
Or without what?
Are without light.
And the people that's in this world right now, our children growing up, hey, they without light. Meaning what? The commandments.
Because the law is slack.
What is the precept for light, brother Ray? Far in the back. Bring your ass up, son. Oh, praise God.
Proverbs 6 and 23.
Brother Book,
That little brother Book say, "Couldn't hear her." That's why you bring your ass over. We calling y'all out. Go back to the video. Bring your little back across there.
Well, that must still going on. Every time I check
But
that.
think about it, like I'm saying, man, see one of these children out here today, 12, 13-year-old, out of school, pull up on them, man, what you supposed to be in school for? That's right, get shot. Who are you talking to? Who the hell you think is, I was talking to you, but I ain't no brother.
Yeah, you got it.
They're monsters, man. But the law is slack, that's why.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to 2 Chronicles, chapter 6, verse 16.
I think that, you finished it. Let's go too. No, we didn't finish that up.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Second Kings chapter
Oh,
2,
yeah,
verse 23.
Oh, man, God, I didn't finish that out. Oh, then I didn't get to my point. Because I got all y'all track. Go ahead.
The book of Second Kings, chapter 2, verse 23. And he went up from thence unto Bethel. And as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him.
And what?
And mocked him.
And they mocked him. Go ahead.
And said unto him, Go up thou, bald head.
Oh, bald head. That's what they be trying to say about me right now. Oh, bald head. What they want to come at me. Hey, yeah. Shoot, I'm going to be like Elijah. Go ahead, Elijah. Go ahead.
Go up thou, bald head. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord.
In the name of who?
In the name of the Lord.
In the name of who?
In the name of the Lord.
That's what cussing is.
That's the real cussing. Not.
When they say not to curse, this what it. Don't curse your brother. But like I said, sometimes you gotta curse them some of them. Especially these old wicked ass children. He's like, shit, hey, I got a job to do. Got time to be playing with y'all. And they follow behind him. Oh, bald head. But you shine looking like Mr. Clean. All this old stuff. Elijah turned around and said, all right, I'm gonna show you clean, all right. So what did he do?
And he looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord. And there came forth two she-bears out of the wood. And tarried 40 and 2 children of them.
That's a whole lot of children walking behind them just making all that noise. And that's how these children have gotten. They run around in gangs. It's a whole Eastwood 3rd block. Crips. All 42 of them gone. So they think we scared them. Nah, I'll curse you in the shoe. You about to get ate up by something you ain't never seen before. Them little old black cats that you be passing by, them little cats get up and start tearing all the grips up. Be wondering, they got attacked by some cats. Yeah, I cursed them. Think we worried about it, scared us about all this little stuff they got going on in the world? No, we got a God. Hey, when I call on him, you better watch yourself. Give a dang how many oozes you got. You better watch yourself. Think them roaches just be gentle. So I curse, but them roaches come out there clawing your butt. They're like, man, something wrong. You calling the police on the roaches, because that's what they finna do. Rip the house up. I'm talking about them kick the Negroes out the house.
What hell?
What precept is that? Y'all know we have a good time.
I'm gonna say, I'm thinking about it in my head.
What you got? All praise, man. I want other brothers other than Brother Donovan to answer the questions too, man, because these are basic precepts that we always go over. The topic is what? Animals. That the Most High God send for what? For judgment. Brothers got to be on that, man. You got brothers been here for years, sitting quiet, putting their head down, thinking I ain't gonna call on. That's gonna be the main one I call on.
Thinking of something else to said it turned 40 and 2 children of them.
42. That's a gang. I told you.
What the Bible say you got to do?
For real.
All those children. Don't follow multitude of these. Eat the evil. You'll get your butt caught up in something you can't get out of, right? Now 42 of y'all the last thing got beat up by the
Yeah.
right? I just started out with just 1 or 2. I'm talking about bald head. Yeah, bald head. It ended up being 42, and all y'all got your butt. Toe up.
And another thing is to give you a message. Most High will kill you, children.
That's right.
Don't think just because I'm little. Okay. They make little caskets too. I seen them. About that big.
I seen them too. Lord knows I've seen. I went to school with a little girl that had cancer when I was in 3rd grade. She died.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. The Most High God get call children home too.
Mm-hmm.
He'll do it.
Call them home.
We get to read that out.
The book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
For what?
For vengeance.
For what?
For vengeance.
Read on out.
Which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Which in their fury lay on sore strokes. A bite from a pit bull, a bite from an alligator, bite from a spider. Read on out.
In the time of destruction, they pour out their cords.
Read on out.
And appease the wrath of him that made them.
That what?
That made them.
Because those animals are sent for appeasement from the Most High. Read on.
Fire, in hell, in famine, in death. All these were created for vengeance.
So not only does he use the animals, he also uses the elements. Read on out.
Teeth of wild beasts.
Read that again.
Teeth of wild beasts.
Teeth of wild beasts. Read on out.
And scorpions. Serpents. And the sword.
So you see why brothers and sisters get bit.
Mm-hmm.
Read on.
Punishing the wicked to destruction.
And the most that's key right there, showing you that guess what, they had some wickedness in there. I know even with sister I talked to California, she know who she is if she watching. Say she kind of had been watching the class, been amongst wicked family members. So my Captain Benner, no, I ain't never had this. Having some pit bulls got after me on a Saturday morning. I was like, you gonna watch a class? So no, I have to go somewhere else. She was like, damn, that's it right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's it right there. So I ain't never got bit by a dog. Damn.
That's how they gonna chase you to Texas. Be sitting right and she be busting in that door. I'm here. Yeah, she came to class, huh?
Just like
You notice the Lord gives you a way to escape.
That's right.
Had you been watching class or been in class, you wouldn't got your head big. He give you a way to escape.
Right.
just like you say, you go in the backyard and them birds be chasing you, man. Brother Lance,
What Brother Lance said.
you might got an eagle sitting on the branch right now waiting for him to come outside.
You gonna go in the house, man, thinking you going to sleep. The roaches gonna be parachuting off the ceiling on your butt. It's coming down. You think it's like a military finna come and do you in. Let's go to 2 Chronicles, chapter 6 and verse 16. get another some of these witnesses of these bad children. But I know y'all remember the itch, and he done said the scripture twice. And I ain't pulled it yet.
Yeah, I know you gonna get all of it.
Yeah. 2 Chronicles 2 and 6 and 16.
The book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 6, verse 16. Now therefore, O Lord, God of Israel, keep with thy servant David my father, that which thou hast promised him, saying, there shall not fail thee a man in my sight to sit upon the throne of Israel. Yet so, that thy children take heed to their way, to walk in my law.
To do what?
To walk in my law.
So how should the children be doing?
To walk in my law.
That is what the children are supposed to be doing. And you parents, if you got children, this is what you need to be teaching them. You should be teaching them this law. Not just know all this other stuff, how to clean the bathroom. No, teach them this law. And the law direct them to that bathroom, they'll clean them down self. Go ahead.
To walk in my law as thou hast walked before me.
Uh-huh.
Now then.
Yeah, that's all I need. That's all I needed on that one. I wanted to go somewhere else, but what was the other story? That's Leviticus. Leviticus 24. And let's see, 10.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 24, verse 10. And the son of an Israelitish woman, whose father was an Egyptian, went out among the children of Israel. And this son of the Israelitish woman and a man of Israel strode together in the camp.
They say, now here's a man of Israel, and there's this Israelitish woman who her daddy. A lot of time, boy, we think we take them other nations in. Boy, I tell you, man. Piece of they butt. This man Israelite. She Israelitish woman. Her daddy is a Egyptian. So she Israelitish woman. She married to this Israelite. See, we be trying to sometimes we be trying to get them women and trying to mold them because you like that Oriental black Chinese purple girl. And you try to mold her into an Israelite. Well, if you remember, what's his name? The one over in the Philippines. Boy, he tried to mold that woman into an Israelite. Moved out there, bought a house, then she left. Well, she's not Israelite. And you finna have a problem. And that's what, and you got stuck out there. And now read that.
Verse 11. And the Israelitish woman's son blasphemed the name of the Lord and cursed. And they brought him unto Moses. And his mother's name was Shelomith, the daughter of Abri, of the tribe of Dan. And they put him in war, that the mind of the Lord might be showed them. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, bring forth him that hath cursed without the camp, and let all that heard him lay their hands upon his head, and let all the congregation stone him.
Stone him. Everybody that heard him running his goddamn mouth, everybody running around too, acting up, let the congregation who all heard stone him.
No, they said 2 parts. I want both parts. I want y'all to be able to catch it. Read that again. Hold on, you people. Read that.
And let all that heard him
do what?
Lay their hands upon his head.
That's the first thing happened. Everybody heard him, y'all lay y'all hands on his head.
Everybody.
Then the second thing happened, read.
And let all the congregation stone him.
Then that's what happened. Everybody heard him. They put the paws on him. Then the second time, guess what? The Lord said, hey,
they stone him.
Everybody in the congregation stone him now.
Most High ain't playing with your children either. You children of the Most High and you children. He ain't playing with none of us. That's why I wanted to bring this out, because a lot of kids think when I'm a child, I'm a what's name. No. Pop their ass. Y'all quit being so nice and thinking you got a duty. Cause well, my mama had whooped me. Yeah, you needed the whooping. And sometimes I don't want to whoop my kid because I didn't like that. So you needed it. And they need it too. And now a lot of women say this. I've heard so many times saying it. What? Well, I had got whooping, so I'm not gonna whoop my children. Boy.
What law is it going into? Do any brother know what law?
We gonna get to the law.
Straight out the road.
Do you?
I can't let no law. I'm gonna do nothing.
Yeah, you already
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Don't go there yet. I made that.
Don't you go there yet.
As a look.
Well, give me another one. It's two of them.
Yeah.
No, we ain't gonna get them. Go ahead, right?
No, good.
No, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, because that one right there, I wanted to wait for last because I wanted to give it. But I know you was going when you said it. Go ahead and finish that up. Oh no, we already finished that one. Let's go back to First Ezra chapter 4. Chapter 4, and we're gonna start at verse 36.
The book of First Ezra, chapter 4, verse 36. All the earth calleth upon the truth. In the heaven blessed. All works shake and tremble at it. And what it is, no unrighteous things. On with it.
Yeah, second Ezra. Did I say first Ezra? Did I say it? First Ezra. Let me see.
Second is second.
The book of Second Ezra.
No. I want First Ezra. Yeah, 4:36.
36.
Yeah, that's what I called it.
Yeah, 26.
That's it. 36. Yeah. Keep going.
First Ezra.
I think sometimes I read this, but I read up a little bit so we can get to what's going on sometimes. That's the only reason I put that in. Go ahead.
First Ezra, chapter 4, verse 36. All the earth calleth upon the truth.
Upon the who?
Upon the truth.
Uh-huh.
In the heaven blessed.
Uh-huh.
All works shake and tremble at it.
Uh-huh.
And with it is no unrighteous thing.
See, with this truth, when you follow God's law, ain't nothing unrighteous. So damn what they talking about. Ain't nobody righteous. You better stand up and say, I am, if you keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. They ain't what they talking about. I know the truth. Go ahead.
Verse 37. Wine is wicked.
What's wicked?
Wine is wicked.
Now, drinking and the excess of wine, that is wicked thing when you just always drunk all the damn time. Go ahead.
The king is wicked.
The king wicked, our leadership wicked as hell.
Women are wicked.
The women wicked, yep, y'all wicked. I know somebody ain't never told y'all nothing like that. Your wicked ass, you wicked too.
All the children of men are wicked.
All of us.
Baby.
Me, him, all of us was wicked as hell. He ain't leaving nobody out. We ain't leaving ourselves out neither. Who in there ain't never been wicked? Raise your hand.
Probably got a wicked thought on your mind right
now.
Go home and play the game on your ass.
Mm-hmm. Cause I ain't leaving nothing out. We always wicked. Go ahead.
And such are all their wicked works.
Mm-hmm.
And there is no truth in them.
Uh-huh.
In their unrighteousness also they shall perish.
If we stay unrighteous and we stay wicked, we gonna perish. Ain't no ifs and buts about it. So when they telling you ain't nobody righteous, guess what? Then everybody gonna be, ain't nobody making it to the kingdom. See how they don't make sense with this Bible? But when we come out of the mess we in, That's when we can hold our head up and be like, we righteous. I do what God say do. And if I don't know it, please correct me and show me where I don't know and how I'm doing wrong. But at the same time, you are righteous. You can be righteous. Because if ain't nobody righteous, there ain't gonna be no what your house ain't gonna be the only one in the kingdom. And the disciples and the prophets.
Let me get a precept right quick.
Go ahead.
We go to 1 John chapter 1, verse 8. Like I said, if we don't confess those things that we were wicked and still are wicked to a degree, like I said, brothers and sisters need to be shaking those things. Don't be lying to yourself. You know, because you ain't lying to yourself, you're really lying to the Most High. He knows your thoughts. He knows your spirit. He created your spirit. Read that out.
The book of 1 John, chapter 1, verse 8. If we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves.
What do?
We deceive ourselves.
If we say that we're not, and the point is, Christians love to use this. They love to use this. Not to say that it's a difference between you have sinned and you living in sin.
Yeah.
It's two totally different things. Yes, we have sin. Or am I currently in sin? No. But I have sinned. Read that again from the top.
Book of 1 John, chapter 1, verse 8. If we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves.
And we deceive ourselves. Read on up.
And the truth is not in us. If we confess our sin.
If we do what?
If we confess our sin.
And that's the key right there. Brothers and sisters got to confess your sins. If you don't confess those sins, it can do what? Harbor 10 or 7 more wicked spirits in you. You have to get those things off your spirit, man. Like we say, that's the first step to what? AA, admitting that you have a problem. Where y'all think they get that stuff from? From the law. Read on up.
He is faithful and just to forgive us our sins.
So if we confess those things, the Most High God is faithful and just to forgive us those things. But if you playing around with your sin, meddling around with it, guess what? You're going to pay a price. Read on.
And to cleanse us from all unrighteousness.
And that's the point that we want. Once we repent the proper way, guess what? He cleanses us from those things. That's what Hamashiach Yahweh shines.
I'm going to show you what they do. Read the next line. This is what Christians do.
Verse 10. If we say that we have not sinned, we make him a liar, and his word is not in us.
And see, a lot of times they think they sin and that's what they're supposed to do. Because they thinking, hey, if we say we had not sinned, we making God a liar. No. You confess your sins and then repent. But I think they got it wrong on that. Because see, what they claim repentance is saying, I'm sorry. That's what they claim. That's what the repentance is to them. I'm going to sin, say I'm sorry the next day, then I'm going to sin again tomorrow, then say I'm sorry, then I'm going to sin again tomorrow, then I say I'm sorry. That's what repentance is to them. They literally say, I sin every day. And the Bible said if you sin, you of the devil. Similar and plain as that.
And like I said, and it's the difference between sinning than from what? From being
in sin.
In sin and for what? Willfully sin.
Yes.
Two totally different things.
That's what they love to say. We all fall short of the glory. Yeah, that means you just stay down.
You got to keep falling. You got to stay falling.
Keep falling.
Stay failing.
We always say, show us my sin right now.
That's right.
So we keeping the Sabbath right now, especially out on the street. Show us our sin. So we're keeping the Sabbath. We feel holy. Okay, we're doing everything. So show us our sin. I can show you yours right now.
That's right.
That goes to anything. Your shirt ain't mixed, man. You want me to take the shirt off the show
What
to you?
about the earrings and the gold and the chain? Who said I can do that? Oh, Lord.
Let's get a precept within the night food, and it goes into what Maccabees is going into too. Let's go to Psalm chapter 53 right quick, and this kind of touches on that first Ezra chapter 4 and verse 36, and that First John chapter 1 verse 8. Right? Go to Psalm chapter 53, start at verse 1. When you get down, let's read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 53, verse 1.
Mm.
The fool has said in his heart, read, there is no God.
Because guess what? That's a person that constantly in sin. They sin over and over and over again, right? This is the frame of mind to think. Watch how I read, though. Read on.
Corrupt are they,
Read.
and have done abominable iniquity. There is none that doeth good.
Guess what? And everybody that think like that, they don't do good. Read.
God looked down from heaven upon the children of men.
And while they doing it, God's looking down on it. Because guess what? They think, because just think how we was in the world. We heard, guess what? I'm pretty sure everybody in here heard that pork was no good for us. That wasn't a good animal for us to eat. But guess what? We all did. Man, I was raised off of pork. We kept on eating it. Right? But now we got scripture that we can prove it. Now we know that we can't do it, right? But watch you read.
God looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any.
See if there was what?
If there were any.
If there were any, read.
That did understand.
That did understand. Right? That's why you see us keeping the commandment, because we did understand. And God looked down here to see if anybody's gonna do it. Right? Read.
That did seek God.
And that did seek God, man. Right? Because everybody doesn't sin. But while we sinning, guess what? Do we stay in our sin? No, because guess who's always looking down? God is constantly looking down to see. Let me see. Let me see if you're going to do it the right way. Because a lot of times, the sin don't come in when you're around everybody. The sin is when you're not with people. That's when you sin. Just think about it. If we sit all together all the time, guess what? We can let each other just go into sin like this.
No doubt.
But guess what? When you by yourself, that's to see if you're gonna sin or not. That's the biggest test.
That's what tribulation and isolation. You're gonna go through it, even like what I said, by yourself. And this is what the scriptures build brothers up on. Go ahead, Al.
Right? That's all I had on it.
That's all praise. No, you can read that whole little, but read the rest of it.
Verse 3. Every one of them is gone back. They are altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good.
Hold on. Go ahead, read the next one.
No, not one.
Now, hold on. What is the context of this? The fool that says what? There is no God. Because a lot of Christians use and say,
Ain't none
good. But see, the precept for that is right here.
That's right.
Because this lady know where he was quoting it from. The ones that's no good, because I got some righteous people right here.
That's right.
So how you telling me ain't none good? But he's talking about them ones that's not keeping God's law, statutes, and commandments. The ones that's mindset is in the world. They don't care about the truth. Yeah, when you look at the world, ain't none of them niggas good. For real, none.
I'm gonna tell you, it also touches on the children of men.
Yes.
Regular people. Because we are the what, brothers? Children of God.
Yes. When you look back on the world and who in the world, think about it. Ain't none of them good. Because they breaking God's law. So all of them, that's what it's telling you. So that's what they're trying to use. Ain't none of them good. Yeah, I know it ain't none of them in the world you live in. But in this truth, we can be good. We can be perfect. We can be perfect. See, they can't be perfect. Let them tell it. We can be perfect. We can be good. We can be righteous. The reason they keep quoting this because they know light in them. They don't know the truth. They don't see what you see. They don't live the life that you live. So that's why I tell you to separate yourselves from them. You can't comprehend, they can't comprehend you, so why y'all mixing? You can go get that goddamn cup, put some water and some oil in it, and you can spoon it and stir that mud for the next 24 hours. When you stop stirring, that oil gonna fall to that bottom, and the water gonna go to the top, they're gonna separate themselves. So why do y'all try to mix with everybody else? Why you gotta have friends out there? That's one of your problems anyway, because that's why you come in sometimes with bad attitude.
Yeah, the spirits done jumped on.
Done come off because you got friends over there that you be with. Then you want to come back over here. Now you're mad because you done let that stuff jump on you.
Even from your coworkers, brothers and sisters,
Exactly.
watch those things. how you deal with your co-workers, you can be bringing those spirits into your own home. Wonder why a husband and wife at odds with each other. Who you been talking to at work?
Mm-hmm.
Who you been keeping circles with at work? So brothers and sisters have to mind those things too. Even with, like I said, with brothers with wives and vice versa. You know, spirit this way one day, then it's 180 the next day. You have to watch those things. You have to be able to pick up on those things spiritually, man.
Do y'all know how spirits work?
They hop on like the dry places.
Dry places.
That's right.
That's what spirits do. Say, for instance, both of y'all had a long day at work. The husband and wife had a long day at work. Right? Or brother and sister had a long day at work. Long day at school. You been around these people all day, you got a spirit on you. They been around these people all day, they got a spirit on them. Say, for instance, she don't want to change her attitude today. Whether she just got full of rage on her all day long. And guess what? You done went home and you full of rage too, but guess what? You let it go, and she still got it on her. What you think your spirit did? It jumped on her. That's how spirits can jump. Guess what? She already got something on her because it's a dry place right there. Because spirits looking for a dry place. So guess what? That's why it's pivotal for a husband. That's the reason why we can husband. Guess what? We gotta look at the woman as a weaker vessel because guess what? We can change. Men able to change like this on a dot. Women can't do that. It ain't in them to change like that. Even if they did change, women think too damn much for them to change like that. They always think it. They never not think it. So guess what, sisters? Am I lying? They never not think it. Guess what? You can be you full fledged in the game. You having a good time. You relaxing. She thinking about a million things over there, and you don't even know it. And y'all laying right beside each other. She just on Facebook or something. That's how spirits jump. That's why we try to. That's how it's pivotal that brothers stay in the right spirit, man. We try to give you brothers. Hey, this what they say, free game. Free game. Just to help you brothers out spiritually, though.
That's right.
Real on Psalm 53:1, it said the fool has said in his heart, "There is no God." Is this actually saying that they're actually saying it, or what is that saying?
Their actions show that they're not afraid.
Their actions.
It says no fear, right?
And you know that because it says they have done abominable iniquity. So that fool is not basically or verbatimly saying, I don't believe in God. No, a fool is someone that what? Actions don't line up with what the Bible tells them to do. That's a fool. You mean you out here getting grace every day, waking up, getting woke up every day, having grace by the Most High God, and you're not using it, you're not doing what the Most High God tells you to do? That's a fool. It's not just them saying it, it's their action. So there's a lot of fools out here, y'all.
Because if you really believe in God, you know what his judgment comes, and he can kill you at any second. Every time people want to live, boy, then they want to, oh Jesus, oh God. But they don't think about it when it's time for your butt to die, though.
Even how we talked about with the husband and the wife spirits, more important to lump it all together with Captain McAfee's class is going into what? Even children as well as being at school. Spirits jump all the time on children because they're at the school board and they're with their parents a lot of the time. So that's why parents have to be more on their students, guiding them, teaching them, like it says in the law in the book of Deuteronomy. Y'all have to watch those spirits as well. When you see a change, we know puberty really is going into spirits hopping on them.
Man, I ain't lying, bro.
Go ahead.
I was real quick. I was just talking to a parent at the school, and I was saying how I wasn't condoning with that alphabet game. It was like, oh, it don't matter, as long as they stay in their place. They not staying in their place. You got them people at our schools teaching our children. That's spirits in that school every day that your child is going to. So whether you understand that they seeing us or not, this is what the spirit might jump on them. Right. Then you got 14 little girls out here want to be little boys. Walking by me talking about how my edge look. Man, go on with that mess, man. I don't give a damn about your edge. I ain't trying to be a little boy. Don't come around me with that mess, man. Right? But you got teachers and people that are in these higher places that are bringing spirits on your own children.
And I know the youngsters. And guess what? I've seen it too. Guess what? When I was in college, it was just one girl that was a part of the community. And I ain't saying what community, YouTube, but there was one girl that was part of the community. Guess what? By the end of semester, there was 15 girls, 15 to 20 girls that were part of the community. Y'all see how they go? Because they're looking for a dry place, and it's going to accomplish.
That's right.
And guess what? Them 15, 20, guess what? They going out into the world, and they bringing more in. Guess what? To the point that a lot of, guess what? They put it on TV to the point, guess what? It's just like it's a common thing. It's a common thing for you to watch a movie and see a movie be gender-free. I'm just saying, like, it's a gender-free movie, and they didn't do anything. Commercials. Guess what? When have they ever promoted HIV pills to the max?
Come on, man.
And guess what? We ain't saying nothing against HIV pills because guess what? We ain't gonna go against no guidelines. But y'all know, y'all guess what? Y'all in Israel, y'all should know the truth.
Mm-hmm.
We have you ever seen them push a agenda on pills because guess what? They want you to keep on doing what you're doing because we got to care for these.
And the first people they don't show in the couple, boy.
And guess what? And then guess what? They not gonna show this is
us first.
They're gonna show.
That's what that agenda's pushed.
Because guess what? In everybody's eyes of the world, the so-called Negro, guess what? We the darkness that was in the world.
The black sheep.
The black sheep of the world, man. Right? That's the reason why it's pivotal that we stand on our children. Our children see it too. Guess what? They like, oh man, I ain't studying them. No, you better get your butt away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's why y'all gotta teach your children this Bible, man. You gotta teach them how to have this kind of power. So they can fight those things that they gotta face in the world, man. You gotta start them now. Ain't no wait till later. Now. Some of them you get them on right now, so we probably have to get out the way. Let them sit up here and teach your class. But you got to take the initiative. No, y'all, you're going to get this. If you're going to be in this house, I promise you, you're going to get this, but boy, you won't to. They won't eat nothing in my house. Don't go get no. You can't don't even get the water out the water fountain. And you better not use my hose when you go outside.
Let me get a preset right quick, y'all. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6. I know you probably had verse 7.
No.
It's on another page.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
I just try to pray. Look.
That thing is pivotal for brothers and sisters' growth in the truth, especially for the juniors, and for the junior sisters, because they very impressionable. That's why society targets the youth of our people to literally program them, man. Read this out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 7. And thou shalt teach them diligently.
Read that again out.
And thou shalt teach them diligently.
You should teach your children diligently. Read on out.
Unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house.
So when y'all just sitting around, you going over certain precepts, just letting them know, hey, and put different scenarios on.
Mm-hmm.
What should you do in this situation when you at school, when your friends want to do something that's wicked versus something that's righteous? Read on out.
And when thou walkest by the way,
when y'all having walks, y'all going out to play basketball or just being out and about, you showing them, see, babe, this is not how you dress. You know, she's not dressed in modest attire. These are certain things that y'all can just do while y'all going about y'all natural day. Read on up.
And when thou liest down.
And when thou liest down before you tuck them in at night. Read on up.
And when thou risest up.
And when you rising up. You know, they first early in the morning, you letting them know, like, hey, stay spiritual. Understand that guess what? Spirit's going to hop on and off. You want to make sure that you hold fast the commandments. Read on.
And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thine hand. And they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes.
Meaning something that you always keep on your mind. Read on out. This is a similitude for that. We know that the scribes and the Pharisees, they literally took it literal. Read on out.
And thou shalt write them upon the post of thy house and on thy gate.
And if you can, they put these things up in your house so you can literally see a visual of these things. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Al.
And I charge you mothers for doing that because you the first teacher of the child. You are the first teacher of that child. It is your duty to begin them on those commandments. Like he was saying, tell them put them in a situation. Then see how they figure out. Then not only just show them what that is or what you're supposed to do, but show them in the Bible.
That's right.
So they'll know what I'm doing and how I did it is in the Bible. So they won't just look at it as just something Daddy said. They look at it as something the Father of the Most High God told us to do. And this is something we're supposed to be doing on a daily basis. Because man, I'm telling you, when they get out, boy, outside them doors,
It's war.
it's no joke. Man, everything high. Everything costs. I mean, they just raised the interest rate to 8%, and that's if you got the great credit. So if you buy a house now, you can buy a $200,000 house. By the time you finish paying for it, you ain't gonna pay them $500,000 for that. 800, almost $1 million.
And guess what? Do teaching stop at home, parents? Mom and dad, do teaching stop at home? Teaching always. You always got to teach. Right? Let's go to Deuteronomy 4:9. Saying the same thing. Read that when you get a chance.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 9. Only take heed to thyself.
He said, only take heed to yourself, man, right? Read.
And keep thy soul diligent.
And this is how we keep ourselves in the right loop, in the right frame of mind. Right? Read.
Lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen.
So, because guess what? There's so many things that the Lord done showed us, man, that how he is for us, right? But watch it, read.
And lest that depart from thy heart all the days of thy life.
Read.
But teach them.
Teach them, read.
Thy sons and thy sons' sons.
So guess what? As long as we got breath in us, it's supposed to be teaching.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? We got grandchildren, teach them. If we got great-grandchildren, teach them. Guess what, man? They be like, man, God dang, granddad, man, he all about the Lord. That's right. That's right. He sure is. He sure is. If I stick around longer than that, great-grandchildren come around, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure is.
Teach them and keep teaching them and keep teaching and passing it down. And make sure you tell them to teach the next one. Because you want some good grandchildren, don't you? You want them to be taught.
This generational wealth.
No, boy, and that's the best generational wealth you can get. We up there worried about how much money we gonna. So there ain't no reason passing down money. I done seen, and especially where I'm from down where I done seen a whole lot of stuff get passed down to the next children, boy, and it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. But see, when you pass these law, statutes, and commandments, you put it in their mind, it ain't never going nowhere. It always gonna pop back up in. You teach this generational wealth. Let's go to, what was we at? He was at the song. There's second Ezra, chapter 1. And we're gonna start at 5. And y'all heard this too, so y'all heard this right here. Go ahead.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 1, verse 5. Go thy way and show my people their sinful deeds, and their children their wickedness, which they have done against me, that they may tell their children's children.
That's what he was just talking about. Tell the children. And we just heard that. I'm telling you, that's funny you pulled that. That's exactly what this is saying. And we also heard this in what? Isaiah, there you go. Isaiah 15:1. They heard the exact same thing. Well, we got to go tell them. You can't tell them that. Yes, I got to. How can you correct somebody if you don't tell them that they're doing wrong? That makes no sense to me. None. Be like, man, so if I don't, so let's say you're doing something and you're just doing it wrong, and you never get it right, and you wonder why it's never getting built. Then I come along and tell you how to do it. And you tell me, you can't judge me. Well, your work's judging you. because it's not done. So when I tell you correctly, then you start doing it, then you see a completed something that's built. That means I can judge you. If I hadn't judged you, you would have never got it done. So it makes no sense to me when they say that. That is the dumbest, stupidest. You can't judge it.
Especially you got a whole book called what?
Judge.
Guess what? Then you get locked up and you go see who.
Judge.
Then you die, then you go see who.
A judge. And and ain't nobody complain about neither one of them neither. Especially the one that's dead. He ain't got nothing to complain. He can't complain. He out of there.
That's how you know it's a spiritual fight, man. That's how you know that these words hurt, man.
Mm-hmm. Read that next one, 6.
Verse 6. Because the sins of their fathers are increased in them.
What? Hold on. Read that again.
Because the sins of their fathers are increased in them.
See, the sins our forefathers did, that we done increased them. Each generation they increase. If daddy was a Rolling Stone, you a rolling boulder. Because now you done increase your thing. You big pimping now. Now your sins is worse than your daddy's. And ours is worse than ours. And theirs is worse than theirs. And think of how bad we was when we came out of Egypt. And here we are, that was the beginning. Here we are in the last days. So think how our sins are. We some raggedy-minded Negroes, boy. Wicked as hell. We need this Bible more than any of our forefathers needed it. We need this Bible worse than any one of our forefathers. And your children gonna need it more than you. Read.
Verse.
Did you finish that? No, you finish. Go ahead.
Because the sins of their fathers are increased in them, for they have forgotten me and have offered unto strange gods.
And that's what they doing. See, a lot of time, whenever time y'all hear God, it ain't talking about they worship some other little God. All this stuff outside these doors is God's all out there. Money, women, girlfriend, sex, whatever they got going on, movies, video games, telephones. Put that phone up. Oh, you got the Bible out. Okay. Boy, got me fired up. You got to get you a book, man. I can't do the phone. You know why you need that book? Because you start learning the order of the Bible. See, that telephone, you're just looking for a button push. And you can write in that. But all them gods out there. See, when they seeing that, you worship strange gods, that ain't just because you worshiping Allah and Buddha and Hindu. When your mind is all about your clothes and your look. Some of you guys is that damn mirror. I wish the mirror start telling you the truth. How I look. I wish they just start ugly as hell. Bet y'all stay out that mirror then. Do I look good in this drive? Hell no. I bet y'all stay away from that mirror then. You won't be all up there putting all that, trying to, But some of that you got. Go ahead. Is that done? No, that's it on that one. That's all I needed on that one. That's said enough. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. Let's get into where Yara was going. We're going to start knocking it down now.
And that's crazy because that Isaiah, what we just read goes straight with that Deuteronomy 4 now.
Mm-hmm. What Jeroboam pulled. What I said. What I said, he pulled that out right there. And that's funny, he said he did it before I even put it to you. That's what made it good. Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 12.
We don't even have to open it. We don't even have to go there. Everybody probably know what they're saying. Go ahead.
As for my people, Children are their oppressors.
Who's that oppressor?
Children are their oppressors.
And that's what we've gotten in these last days, man. We ain't got to worry about Esau no more right now. These badass children talking bad, boy, you go there, they mothers is terrible, man. Talking to fighting teachers in school. I never thought to fight the teacher. The teacher? They fighting principals. They fighting the police. They got you working all day and night so they can get PlayStation 5. Then they take your credit card and buy clothes on the video game now. Boy, I heard about that, man. I ain't that right there. Man, I don't know, man. I think I'll be losing a foot and an arm. Mine be stuck right up my little child ass, but I'm really telling you. I ain't never heard nothing like that. I'm talking about mothers is losing money because they online. Y'all get me? Maybe I'm just too old. I heard it. Y'all know about it. They are buying, listen to me, clothes, tennis shoes, is for a character on the game. I heard that, man. That is the craziest thing I ever heard. And they stealing got mama card. I wish I would look at my statement and then this nigga bought some clothes for a character on a game.
I think Kendrick Perkins, his kids, they spent like $20,000, $30,000. It was a lot.
God dang.
Just on what you call it, Fortnite stuff. What you talking about?
Man, I have one butt naked character on my game. I'll be on level 58, nigga, naked in the mud, nigga. Ain't no way, boy. Man, if y'all look, if your child spent the dime doing that, let me know. I will go. I'ma take his game. Hey, boy, that is the craziest thing. I couldn't believe that dude was the one told me about that, dude. That messed me up. Doing what? I couldn't believe it. So that's hard enough to get clothes that go on your body. Boy, read that again, man.
Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
Children have become our oppressors. Children putting us through hell as parents. If it ain't one little thing over here, you done stop doing that one over there doing some stuff. You're like, God dang it, man. Jesus.
And you know what? And I'm going to tell you why it's even going into talking about children as being our oppressors. Is because we allow our children to get us away from what God wants us to do.
Exactly.
Right? And the children is now dictating the home versus the parent dictating the home. Right. That's the reason why you see hear people, I'm going to have Christmas because for my children. Well, I know it's wrong, but I'm going to do it for the kids. You just make that child your oppressor. Right? That's the same thing that we was doing for our God. That's how the Lord said we was going to horn with strangers. That goes into the same thing. Right? That's going into a horn with your children. That means giving them liberty to sin, to get away from your God, man. And that's what God had a problem with us doing. That's why the children are all oppressed, right? To the point, that's the reason why a child will fight a mother and father. A child will fight a teacher. A child will fight a coach. Man, look here. When a child was around a grown up, guess what? It wasn't even, we are cussing around each other all day long. But grown up coming around,
and you
it's no more cuss word.
Done, over with.
But guess what they do? These children, guess what? All day long, they'll say anything. I can't hardly stand it. That's the reason why I don't like to go to little stores and buy food and stuff. Because I'm just around jacking them little kids up or something, man. Like, young man, don't come around me doing it. Go somewhere else with it, you know.
I think the first time I even said a cuss word in front of my father, I was like maybe 35. Yes, 30, man. And I paused, like, ooh. And I would wait for his response, and then he didn't say nothing. I was like, oh, okay, got by with that. I'm 35, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like, ooh, it slipped out. I just paused. We just sitting there. My dad didn't even think about it. He's like, you're grown. But to me, I sat there, man. We sat there, man. I'm talking about, I paused like we played 1, 2, 3 red light. I just sat there trying to see, okay, how is he finna respond to that one? And that's 35. These mothers cuss your butt out now. Got little babies online right now, 7 years old, pamper sagging, talking all kind of noise. And the mama up there videotaping and laughing. Man, I'd be in jail.
Because guess what? That's why you could on TikTok, you can see what? The mama and the daughter twerking.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, read the next, finish that out.
As for my people, children are their oppressors.
Two?
Children are their oppressors. And women rule over them.
I know y'all mad thinking I'm saying that the Most High God know this. Women rule over them. Because it's very important to have a man in the house. It's important to have that man in a child's life. I don't give a damn what you think that you can do it by yourself. No, you can't.
And why would you want to?
Why would you want to? These badass kids, why would you not want help?
Because guess what? A woman gonna give a child way more liberty than what a man gonna give.
Yeah.
Because a man, guess what? Just like this, especially we dealing with the boys. Let's just say we dealing with the boys. This Negro get around his mama and ask for everything. He come right up, no, you're not getting it. He go there, guess what? He'll wait for you gone. Guess what? He might not ask you for nothing for a whole week. You like, I'm just sitting back. That's what my boys do the same thing. They don't ask me nothing for about 2 weeks. I'm looking at them like, yeah, you think I don't know what you're doing? You in there asking your mama for everything. I know what you're doing, right? That's why soon you come ask me, get what I say, nope, I ain't got nothing for you. Because I already know what you've been doing. If you're doing it, go on back over there and get, guess what? Because when that well run dry, guess what? You're going to try to come over here. I know what you're doing, right? Guess what? You think, just like how, guess what? Y'all might have, you say when y'all got little girls. Guess what? Little girl, she needs to see what a man look like. Because if she don't know what a man look like, she'll pick any kind of man, and that man allowed to be whooping on her. That man allowed to, guess what? Take her and have your daughter do, guess what? All kind of stuff.
And hold on, you said something right. She needs to know what a man look like. Quit showing all these niggas.
That's right. And I ain't talking about the face of a man. Because a lot of people sound like a lot of men sound like men. They look like men. They walk like men. They talk like men. But they ain't no damn man. They don't even got no attributes of what a man's supposed to do in a home at all.
They males. Right? They males, but they ain't men.
But guess what? We'll take those same people. Guess what? And we'll let them. Guess what? That same nigga let the woman rule over him, and he gone to the next one. That's why she got to know what a real man's supposed to look like. Right?
And that's because of the curses also. The women, because who left the house? According to the curses. The man leaves these houses.
That's right.
And that goes back to a lot of times our relationship as a man and woman has grown just worse and worse. Why she leave? Because Negroes don't put up with nagging too much no more. They gone.
No, because even in that, guess what? Because the system is signed up, it's designed for the woman to get the children.
Yeah.
But it's also designed, guess what, for the men to get their ass up at the house too.
Yeah. And that's why they
scapegoat.
And that's exactly why, hey, I don't need a man. I got a government. The government, they daddy. They give them everything they need. Think about it. A man's supposed to provide and protect, right? The government provide now. They give you food stamp. And then, God dang it, boy, y'all quick with that 911. 911, I'm scared to dial 911. Because I might die. Yeah, I can get killed from dialing 911. Y'all know that. Women do. Y'all got your hand ready. You probably got 911 already programmed. All you got to do is hit that one button. All I got to do is push one, Negro. I already pushed the other two.
But guess what? And that's the reason why a woman has to see a real man, right? And it's how, guess what? Even the sisters in this truth, guess what? It does not have a man. She has to see what a real man looks like, right? Because at any given time, when you don't have a brother that's built up in the scripture, guess what? He can't come back the spirit that you deal with. He don't know. Guess what? His sister got a long day, and you supposed to guess what now? It's time for the brother to use wisdom to guess what? Look at her as a weaker vessel instead of him just goddamn tearing your head off every time you go through something. It's all about building a nation. If you don't, it's easy. Everybody here know how to break something. We can get a hammer. We'll tear this whole damn building up right now. How many people know how to build this building back up? It's not very many people can do those things. That's why it's pivotal as men when we teaching these children, we're supposed to be able to build them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, man. I heard my brother said this. I ain't gonna put his name out. The brother said, he said, man, my son, he's in there. He mopping one part. I left out of the room. He just mopping one part of the floor. But did you teach him? That's what my mind said. Did you teach him? I didn't say it to him, but I said it in my mind. But I should have said it to my brother. Like, hey, if he doing that, go in there, show him. Then once you guess what, show him. After I showed him 1 or 2 times, and now you just reject him. Right now, I need to get on your butt because now it's time for me to break this stronghold out for you so we can build you back up. So you need to do the whole thing. This is all about nation building. That's why it's pivotal that, guess what? These children, the Lord expects us to be like them children. Guess what? Because you can't offend them. Because they understand that it's a rule there that we got to follow. Right? Go ahead,
Let's go to Hebrews chapter 12. And we're going to start at verse 5.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord.
And we as children, we should be despised and be tripping off when the Most High God tear our butt up. Because half the time y'all getting told, you know what you did. Y'all be trying to, I don't even know what, you know.
You know, I don't care who you is, captain, deacon, bishop, officer, soldier, member. When you going through something, you know why. Guess what? You better bethink yourself if you don't.
Yeah, and you know, go ahead.
My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him.
Don't faint. That's how some of these children do. They want to fire out. He got a bit, I whoop his butt right back a whoa. Pie. Boy, that was the worst. Boy, them whoopers right there. When you in that bed, boy, them the ones, boy. Faint if you want to. Sleep if you want to. My mama didn't discriminate, sleep or up. It didn't matter, but you get it. And that's what y'all better be doing with these dang on children. Yeah, I'm a faint. Faint, okay.
Faint his ass back up, boy.
Find your back.
No doubt. I'm gonna pick you up and put a kickstand up on you and whoop your butt. You're gonna stand up, you're gonna take this whooping.
He's gonna faint you down, faint you back.
Read.
Verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chastens.
He what?
He chastens.
You see, y'all don't want to touch children no more. Y'all scared of the government. Y'all fear the government. But you don't fear the Most High God. Y'all don't want to touch him no more.
So if you don't, well, bring your ass on down here to such and such.
I would love to. I'll touch a child. You want me to touch him? And I ain't no pedophilia. I'm gonna touch him, all right. Go ahead.
For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth.
Every son, not some of them. All the one that's coming to us being in this truth, you gonna get yours. Don't think you're gonna get away with it. Don't cry. Don't pout. Take it, receive it, and correct yourselves with it. Read.
Verse 7. If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you.
Hold on. Listen. Hold on. I want y'all watch this. Say that again.
If ye endure.
Hold on. What is that word before that?
If ye endure.
That's one big word. 2 letters, big word. If. See, some of y'all ain't gonna endure it. See, sometimes you don't always come back. It ain't always, game might be over. So to avoid that, you need to make sure you ain't getting your butt tore up all the time, but for being, if it's discipline, make sure it's because it's something to teach you, not just because you've been wrong all the time. Because read.
If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with son.
He said, now, if you endure through this whooping, God dealing with you as with son. But you ever got that whooping, boy, and you be like, man, and then daddy done took you to go get something from the store. Tears dry up fast in the mud, boy. Because that's what a daddy do. Whoop you, but like the brother said, anybody can come in here and break these walls down. That ain't nothing. I give you a sledgehammer, you have a field day on these walls. But then as soon as I say put them back up,
I'm gonna leave it to such and such.
yeah.
We'll let them do it.
Anybody can knock you down. But it takes a man to build you up. It takes a God to build you up. Read.
If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not?
What son is he when the father? You think your daddy love you? He don't never say nothing to you? You in the room smoking weed, you got the whole house smelling?
Keep it up, son. He love you. Keep it up. Way to go.
Go ahead.
Now you can see how the scripture say, it says, what, Father, read that again?
For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not?
He said, what son is he who the Father chasteneth not? Because the Father gonna chasten the Son.
Uh-huh.
If you not, guess what? Guess what? That's not showing a good example of a father. The father's supposed to, how he's supposed to be. Guess what? As long as I live, guess what, man? I'm gonna always have free range to say whatever I'm gonna say to my children, really, like it or not. I'm gonna tell them. As long as you ain't got to like what I'm gonna say, you ain't got to be around me, but I'm gonna tell you. If you come around me again, I'm gonna tell you again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell your butt again what's right and wrong. I'm gonna always do that. You ain't got to like it. Guess what? Yo, you bring they have some children, they bring their little butt around. Guess what? Hey, you already know I roll. I tell your little ass up, you better go get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm glad he put it that way. I want you to read it again. I'm gonna put it another way.
For what son is he?
For what son is he? See, he said, a father's supposed to be ready to discipline his son. But see, you being a son, you should be trying to be in a good favor of your father. For what son is he when the father don't even chastise you? When the father done got on you to the point where he don't care about you no more, what kind of son was you? What kind of child was you when the Most High don't care about you no more? Only a parent got niggas that's tired of that son. I'm tired of this nigga. That's when the parents got to the point I'm down and dealing with him no more. You got to ask yourself, what kind of son was I? Not asking all the time, what kind of father was he? What kind of son was you? Read.
For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards.
But are you what?
Then are ye bastards.
Read that. I want you to listen. I don't give a dang if you're here and you're a stepfather. If you can take care of that child and you was disciplining that child and making sure that child is growing up, you're the father. But if you don't pay attention to that child, read.
But if you be without chastisement.
See, if you ain't getting no punishment, Read.
Whereof all are partakers.
Well, all are partakers. Go ahead.
Then are ye bastards.
You ain't nothing but a bastard. You illegitimate. Your dad ain't nobody. He gone. And that's one thing that needs to happen. If the women that finna have a man coming in there, he need to be he need to be able to discipline them children. It's about where he wanted to go.
Right? Because guess what? Especially you being in this truth, you should, guess what? Knowing this, guess what? If you bringing a man around your children, guess what? That man got to be worthy enough to, guess what? To guide you and those children too.
Mm-hmm. That's why you got to try a friend. You better get to know what that man is. Because that's the position he's supposed to take. Because if he don't take that position, you just got some bastard children running around the house. When you bring him in, guess what? You better make sure that man is the right man to be disciplining your child. Because there's some men that went in them houses one of my last jury duties was a case. The boyfriend killed the girl baby. So you need to make sure, try a friend for real. To make sure, God dang it, when you bringing a man in the house, you better make sure this man is a man of the Most High God for real. Them your children, I ain't gonna hit them. Shit.
Because guess what? If he had the spirit of the Lord on him, guess what? He ain't gonna take it too far.
No, he should be able to know what's name. There should be a reason why he doing it. Right. Not just because he mad at work.
That's right.
And Johnny done told him to go in there, clean the toilet bowl, and then he come on, take it out on everybody.
And he'll really treat your children like that's their own children.
Exactly.
That's how it's supposed to be. Because guess what? The Lord said, "Woe to them that are scattered my sheep, man." You can guess what? And also, as the father, guess what? When we look at, guess what? You look at the mama and want her to be in order. Guess what? You want the children to be in order too. You should want it, right? But guess what? I'm gonna tell you, man, it takes work. It's gonna take work. It's gonna take endurance. It's gonna take long suffering. You got to have the fruits of the spirit on you, man. Right? Go ahead.
Read the next 9, verse 9.
Verse 9. Furthermore, we have had a fathers of our flesh, which corrected us.
Which what?
Which corrected us. And we gave them reverence.
You gave your dad a reverence.
Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits?
That's what?
Unto the Father of spirits. And live.
And live. Your daddy correct you. You have no problem obeying your earthly daddy. You better not have a problem obeying the Most High God and live. So this thing about it, the Most High God was merciful enough for your butt to get your butt whipped, but your daddy didn't kill you. But guess what? You should be in subjection to our God, because guess what? He can kill you. He can take us out. Spirit, Father of spirit. He can take that body and that spirit. Boy, oh, what it is. I'm looking at a brother over across town right now. The Spirit of God is gone. That man on TV now confusing his damn self.
Yellow, black, God damn.
Could have been Christian.
Not for real.
Guess what?
Let's just stick to what we
Nobody agree with him. He don't even agree with his damn self.
just stick to what we do agree.
Guess what? When guess what? And we love y'all one body, we love them. But when have you ever spoke with anybody and did not have a Bible?
Go down.
Come on, man. You on a full-fledged interview for 2 hours, bro. You ain't got no Bible. Bro, come on, man.
You watching videos.
Having not the spirit on you.
He don't need the Bible. Remember, he said he did research.
Yeah, he said his
That
spirit.
nobody else done. You know, he done found a book without a title on it that nobody else read.
Guess what? We come on. As long as you got that piece of paper, he gives you.
Yeah, no doubt. And Vice always pissed him on that. He just get mad at me. Where does this come from?
Thank you.
You suspended. Let's go to Proverbs.
This is the last point.
Oh,
Verse
okay.
11 is the point of it. There are 10 and 11. Read it.
Verse 10. For they barely for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure.
Read.
But he for our profit.
But he for our profit, man. Right? Because guess what? When you chasten your child, guess what? When you whoop their butt, guess what? It satisfies them, but guess what? As a parent, it satisfies you too. It does satisfy you. We can try to act like it don't, but it does. Might have to go in there and tear it up, guess what? And it makes you feel a little bit better too. Because I'm trying to stop him from doing something, but at the same time, guess what? He got on your nerves too. That's just not to get there. Because you could try to say it, no, but that's if you're in the truth, that's being the truth for real, right? But read it.
That we might be partakers of his holiness.
Because guess what? At the end, you want to be partaker of God's holiness. Watch out, verse 11 reads.
Now, no chastening for the present seeming to be joyous.
No chastening is joyous to anybody, right? But read.
But grievous.
But it's all grievous, man. Read.
Nevertheless.
But nevertheless, this is the point.
Afterward, it yielded.
Afterward, it yielded what?
The peaceable fruit.
It made a peaceable fruit. This is what the chastening for, so you can bring forth a peaceable fruit, man. Guess what? That's to break down the stronghold and put, guess what, a peaceable fruit out there, man, right? Read.
The peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby.
It was them that exercise the chastening by. That's what you bring forth at the end, a peaceable fruit. And this is what we want for our children, right? This is what we want, man. Go ahead.
All praises, man. Let's go to Proverbs 13, 24. I was looking up some of this stuff online, and you know how they had the stuff down below, and I was going through some of the, how do you discipline your child? First, it was giving scriptures on everything on other places, and then right there, it had, boy, some of them folks, Edomite rules on that, boy. I was like, man, they don't know nothing about this Bible. But it's like they didn't know to go in the Bible and tell you where it tells you about these things. Proverbs 13, verse 24.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 24. He that spareth his rod hated his son.
What?
He that spareth his rod hated his son.
But I don't want to whoop him.
Read it again.
I'm finna read it again. I'm getting, yeah.
He that spareth the rod, his rod, hated his son.
But look, they said I might go to jail.
He that spared his rod hated his son.
You hate him. What's so bad about it? Y'all mean as a rattlesnake until they come to your children. I don't want to touch them. I don't want to touch them. Man, you hate them. You don't love your child. If you ain't disciplining your child, you don't love them. I know y'all like, not to be. No, I ain't saying none of this. But I'm gonna read it. Read it again.
He that spared his rod hated his son.
Said he hate him. Hate him. Let's go to Proverbs 29, 15. Go ahead. Proverbs 29, 15.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 15. The rod and reproof give wisdom.
Give what?
Give wisdom.
Give what?
Give wisdom.
You don't got to go to the library. You ain't got to sit there and read no books to them all day. So some of y'all be sitting there reading them books all while they in the stomach and stuff. What you should be doing is wait for that Negro to be born. And tell the doctor, don't worry about it, doctor, I got this one. I'll pop him on his ass as soon as he get out. I'm going to give him wisdom from the beginning. I'm running this thing. Go ahead.
The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself.
Well, if you're gonna leave them alone and let them do what they want to do, what?
Bringeth his mother to shame.
Gonna bring you to shame.
That's a child raised by themselves, man. The TV raising the child, right? Dang, that's tough.
You'll be on that news with Ben Crump sitting next to you. Well, see, I thought we were going. Nah, If you're the discipline that someone gonna got his butt in line, you ain't got to worry about being ashamed. Going to the school every time you turn around. Your child the only one sitting on the roof. Boy, I tell you. Go ahead. When we finish that, go ahead.
Verse 16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgresseth increasing.
See, when the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases. Wicked been multiplied as soon as Esau took control. So it ain't nothing but transgression and nothing but everything terrible has gone on. We wasn't holding it down. The Most High had to put some more wicked people over us. I'm ready for them to leave me alone. The only way I can get them to leave me alone is go back and do what my God told me to do, what my daddy said. Read.
But the righteous shall see their fall.
Then the righteous gonna see their fall. When you keep in God's law, you're gonna see them fall. You ain't gotta worry about that bully. You ain't gotta worry about the oppressor. You don't gotta worry about who president. They gonna fall. Read.
Verse 17. Correct thy son.
Do what?
Correct thy son.
Correct who?
Correct thy son.
Y'all better get on these boys and these little girls. Correct them. I'm trying to tell y'all youngsters don't know what the hell you're talking about. When you argue with your father, you stupid. I'm gonna tell you straight off the top. How you gonna argue with somebody who live what you trying to talk about? That don't make no sense. Negro just got born. I'm talking when you just 20 and 18, you just got born. You ain't did much yet. You'll see. You'll see. See, that fella been rubbing on your neck right at 18, 19. That fella rubbing on your neck. Wait till you get out in that world to get 30, 35. When ain't nobody to depend on, you the only one. Mama gone, daddy gone. You by yourself. Negro, handle it. You can't go back crying to mama no more. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Especially with y'all two one day arguing like someone with your daddy. I don't even understand that one. It ain't arguing about something in the past before y'all was even born. He lived it. You Negro was still in this sack. How you gonna argue with him? How? He was on the planet when that was happening. He got more, he watching it. But here you come. Daddy, you wrong. God dang it, bro, you just came out.
Keep that kid down.
You just came out. Go, man.
Verse 17. Correct thy son.
Do what?
Correct thy son.
No, son, correct the daddy.
Correct thy son.
Correct thy son. Why is it saying correct thy son? Because just like I'll tell you, you're stupid. You don't know nothing. You wrong. That's why you don't tell the son correct your daddy. But y'all smart as hell. At least you think y'all. I don't know what y'all got in y'all mind, boy. Them mother just doing stuff. I'm over here. I got the phone. That's what it is. That cell phone. I can Google stuff. I can Google. Read, man.
Correct thy son And he
what?
And he shall give thee rest.
And he shall give thee rest. See, when you correct him as a little bitty child, he'll give you rest. You ain't got to worry about it when he go outside. You ain't got to worry about it when he done went to the party. You ain't got to worry about what he finna go do. Because when you got him in line, that's when you can get some rest at night. But when you know that Negro, hard-headed little Negro, when he go outside, boy, you're going to stay up all night. You'll be up all night, 3 in the morning. Like I call myself being that folk, come in at the boy, I thought I was getting away with it. Boy, I snuck in through the window. I took a foot in that window, looked up, my dad standing right there. How does Negro know I'm coming on? And he knew I'm sneaking in through the window. Because that meant he was worried about me all night because I was a hard-headed little Negro. So he worried, he knows. The hell they doing. But when you correct them as a youngster, you're going to get rest later on. Some of you mothers need rest right now from that child. You better get them while they're young. Because right now you got some years now, you got to do some correcting. When they get 15, 16, you can get some rest. Because now you know how you raised them. You know how they mind think. You done put it in them. And you done gave them this word. And you've been making them go by this word. So now you can go ahead and take a little nap.
Let's get that in Sirach chapter 30 and verse 11. Brothers and sisters know the precept. Those that have been here, we cover this pretty often. You get that, read that out.
The book of Sirach, chapter 30, verse 11. Laugh not, it's like, give him no liberty in his youth.
No, boy.
Read that again out.
Give him no liberty in his youth.
To be rebellious or to be with liberty to do wickedness. Read on.
Don't give him no freedom.
That's right. Read on.
And wink not at his father.
And don't play when he get out of order. Don't play when she get out of order. You can't play about judgment or correction, especially when it comes to children.
And the little girls, twerking is not cute, y'all.
Little boys twerking.
I mean, that little boy, when they stick that butt out, you need to be popping that butt. They gonna twerk backwards with me, boy. You ain't gonna put that one out there. You gotta come with a new dance. That one ain't gonna work. Every time that little butt come out, pop it.
For real. Read on up.
Bow down his neck while he is young.
Read that again.
Bow down his neck while he is young.
Show him who's the boss. Show her who's the boss. Read on up.
And beat him on the side.
And do what up?
And beat him on the side.
What a meat at on the thighs and on the butt. Read on up.
While he is a child.
Uh-huh.
Lest he wax stubborn.
Lest he what?
Lest he wax stubborn.
We're going to what I brought out in Proverbs chapter 29. Read on up.
And be disobedient unto thee.
Uh-huh.
And so bring sorrow to thine heart.
To where you can't get no rest. Sorrow of heart and everything. Go ahead, Op.
Now, I'm gonna have to start closing it down a little bit, boy. I got some more. I want to rip y'all butt, boy. But at the same time, y'all get the message. As children of the Most High God and as children of your Father on this planet. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close that out because I know some of y'all crying. Yeah, that's one I want. Yeah, let me get that before I leave. Come on, let me get 2 more. Y'all don't mind? Let me get 3 more scriptures. Proverbs chapter 23, verse 12. I got a lot more, man. I even got even more on here, so there was a lot of them, man. But you know, time on the hit. Let me do something for so long. 23 and verse 12. Proverbs, because he just said that, and this go good with it. They said beat him, right? Yeah, read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 12. Apply thine heart unto instruction, and thine ears to the words of knowledge.
Apply thy heart unto the instructions, and thy ears to this Bible. The instructions, you as children of God have instructions. Your daddy has spoken to you, and he's spoken to you in this word, in this Bible, with these laws, statutes, commandments. Read.
Verse 13. Withhold not correction from the child.
Don't hold that correction back. Go ahead.
For if thou beatest him with the rod,
If you beat his butt,
he shall not die.
he won't die. He won't die. I ain't never seen anybody get punched, beat in the butt, right on the buttocks, and die. Because that's how we're supposed to be hitting them. Now, I ain't talking about going across their head and all that old stuff. I can promise you. Make that butt shake. You want them to twerk? Yeah, hit them. Hit them right there. Watch how it twerk. Automatically. It's going to move around. That's what you want. They ain't going to die. You can do it all day. They ain't going to die. I promise you. They will not die. They might not like you in the morning, but they ain't going to die. I'm going to go ahead now. We're going to go ahead and close it out. Don't worry about it. I got it.
So you can finish it up on Wednesday.
Yeah, I hit it on Tuesday. Read 14, y'all receive.
Verse 14. Thou shalt beat him with a rod, and shalt deliver his soul from hell.
That's what, yeah, I thought we didn't finish yet. Read that again. I thought that's what I
Thou
had.
shalt beat him with a rod.
Tear his butt up. Bust his butt. Bust her little tiny little butt. Beat them. They ain't gonna die. Read.
It shall deliver his soul.
It shall do what?
It shall deliver his soul.
It shall deliver his soul what?
From hell.
From what?
From hell.
From what?
From hell.
And they won't be going to the penitentiary. They won't be caught in that pit. And guess what? If you don't do it, you hate them. That's what the Bible says. I'm just bringing the word to y'all. I know you don't like it when I'm bringing it out. Y'all act like I wrote this. I didn't write none of this stuff. Let me get to the law. Since we finished with that one, I want to go. Yeah, better yet, make sure your children watch on Tuesday. Because we're going to continue whooping their butt. And y'all children watch too. Because we're going to continue whooping y'all butt. Now, give me for the law for the day. We always tell you to keep the law, statutes, commandments at the end of every class. We try to give you a law, statute, or a commandment out of this Bible, so that way you can be learning. And this right here I got is the Deuteronomy 21 and 18. That's where you was going earlier. Because we had talked about the two stories that we had came up with about the disobedient children and stuff. So Most High God got a law for these things. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21, verse 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother.
If a man have a stubborn and disobedient son, and he won't vote neither one of mother or father. What?
And that when they have chastened him, will not hearken unto them. Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of his city.
Well, y'all should have him by the shoulder, one on one shoulder, one on the other shoulder. That Negro feet shouldn't even touch the ground. Yank his butt down there. Go ahead.
In unto the gate of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious.
Bring him to us. If you can't handle him, bring him here. I ain't lost to a kid yet. Not yet. Not one. Not one of them. Not one whooped me yet. And you got whooped by one?
Undefeated.
You got whooped by one? See, we undefeated. Like you said, we undefeated up here. You can't do it, we got you. We got you. Read.
He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard.
A glutton and a drunkard just sitting around eating and drinking all goddamn day. Nigga don't go to work. playing that game. That's all they do. Read.
Verse 20, or verse 21. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones.
Beat his butt. But now we can't do that no more. We can't stone you. But God dang it, we got something for you. You're going to wish a stone hit you when we finish. Read.
That he died.
That he what?
That he died.
Yeah, we're going to have to kill off that old man in him too. We're going to bring him back to life. We got to kill that old nasty little Negro. Read.
So shalt thou put evil away from among you.
So that evil gonna be gone by the time we done with him. If you mama scared, bring him up here. We not scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Well, we not. On that note, we say shalom.